Hey guys, today we have another Fall Guys top 5. Yesterday was the best maps and courses, or whatever you want to call them, and today is the top 5 worst maps. And these are the ones that you've grown at that you do not want to play by any means. I am not including team games because team games are just completely dependent on if the rest of your team is good. So some of them are going to be bad and some of them are going to be good in certain people's eyes because they may have just happened to win one more than often or lose one more than often. So those are a lot more subjective, so I'm not going to be putting them on here at all, but I'm going to be putting on the individual ones that are dumb, that just don't make sense, that may just require a ton of luck, and that everyone doesn't like to see. So we will be starting off the list right now. At number 5, the 5th worst map in Fall Guys, we have Seesaw. As you can see the gameplay in the background. I think that this map is iconic for a lot of people. It's one of the representative maps of Fall Guys, and a lot of people like it as well. But my one huge complaint about this map is that these spawns have a huge influence on what the outcome of the game is. So what I mean by this is if you spawn in the back, you will have everybody in front of you, which means that it will be a lot harder for you to navigate the platform since they'll have steeper inclines. Whereas if you spawn in the front, it's a piece of cake. It's almost boring because the platforms are not tilting that much and you can just run straight across. I do not like how the spawns have such an impact on the outcome of the race, and I think for this reason, even though it's a really cool concept, I have to give it the 5th worst map in the game. At number 4, we got Jinxed. This might make a lot of people mad as well because I know that a lot of people like this one. However, I think that it is dumb because you almost always end up in a situation where you have one person on your team who is left and then one person on the other team that is left, or just something along those lines. It's really hard to have skill influence the game to the point where you are making sure that your team can win. You can't carry your team. You just gotta hope. You just gotta hope that you get the 50-50 chance to win. And this knocks out 50% of players. So there is an upside because a lot of players get knocked out if your team wins, but you can barely do anything to control it. And I think one thing that I really value in this game is just being able to control the outcome, what happens to me and whether or not I win. You know, I want to be able to win because I won and not because I just got lucky with my team winning a bunch of team games. So I think that especially since there's only 2 teams on this one, a lot of people get knocked out and you can't really do much to control the outcome, and it always comes down to like one person left on each team. I think that this one just is not a great concept, and for that reason it should be the number 4 worst map. At 3, we have Tail Tag. I went with this one over the Royal Fumble mode as well as the Team Tail Tag mode because this one is just more watered down than those. It's more basic, and at the same time it is so infuriating. I think that it's not just a case of me being bad at it, which I am, so maybe I am a little biased, but I think that the big thing is that you have a minute 30 on the clock, which means you can run around without anyone taking this tail from you for a minute and 20 seconds and then just have it snagged right at the end, and then you lose. Right, and I think that that is just completely stupid. I think that that should not be a thing. I think that maybe it should go by the amount of time that you're holding a tail, because I know for me, sometimes I'm tempted to not even move for the first minute and 10 seconds and then just try to go for one in the last 20 seconds because it is just dumb to try to keep my tail for a minute and 30 seconds just for it to get stolen at the very end. So I think that for these reasons, not only because I'm bad at it, but also because it's just a not great concept and it's the worst of the 3 tail tag modes, I think that this one has got to be number 3. At number 2, a lot of people will probably disagree. I hate this game. It's Tiptoe. This one is dumb, and let me make my case. It is so luck-based. You just gotta hope that you happen to be there when somebody finds the end, and if you are not, your whole game is done. I don't think it's fair. Let me know in the comments if there's a way that you can like hold on to somebody or something in order to not get pushed off. But I get pushed off on this one so often. Maybe I'm dumb and there's a way you can easily stay up, but it is so infuriating to be there the whole time just to get pushed off at some random moment, and then the next second everybody finds it. Your whole game can be ruined just because you just unluckily get pushed off at the wrong time. It is so luck-based. You can't do anything to control your fate. I don't think there's any way to be good at this mode. You just gotta hope that you're there when somebody finally finds the end, and it's also just not fun taking the risk to try to find the next tile, because if you miss, you're going to die. Like you just saw in the gameplay, you are not going to qualify, and it's just not a fun time. So I think that because Tiptoe is so luck-based, it should definitely be the number 2. At number 1, the worst course in all of Fall Guys, we have Perfect Match. Now, you guys know for sure that I'm not putting this here because I lose on it a bunch and I don't like it, because this one is so incredibly easy that you're going to win this one at least 9 times out of 10, if not more. And I think that it being so easy is what drags it so far down. This one is basically a waste of a round, a waste of time. So few people fall off that any game basically is more effective than this one. All you have to do is just look where other people are going, especially in the later part of it, to stay on. You have to be stupid not to stay on. You don't even have to memorize where all the fruits are. You can just look where other people are going and stand on it. There's no strategy or anything to try to trick people or even knock people off. It's not that easy to knock people off. It just does not get rid of enough people. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of a round. And I think that for that reason, it is easily, and by far, as much as I hate Tiptoe, the worst map in all of Fall Guys. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Obviously, this is a lot of preference. I do have reasons why each of these maps are where they are, but obviously different people have different success rates on different maps. So you guys definitely have different opinions as me, because if you guys are successful on these maps, you probably like them a lot more. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I do want to continue to make more Fall Guys videos. Top 5s like this are fun. Let me know if you want any other formats of videos that I can make. Anyway guys, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you later.